Badgley on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
16, Steelers 7. Ty Long set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Returning it, Johnson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now and then, open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
CD, let's take a moment here and get your thoughts just on week one in general. Certainly no shortage of storylines, but I'm curious, after 1 week, which teams really caught your eye?
Well, teams with continuity certainly did. Kansas City, the defending champions, they were sharp in their season opener, as was Baltimore, who, of course, has title aspirations, getting upset in the playoffs last year. How about a couple of big surprises? What about Washington coming back from a big deficit against Philadelphia at home, getting a win for head coach Ron Rivera? What a big game for them. And, of course, Jacksonville. Everyone's talking about how this team has just been dismantled. They'll be lucky to win 2 games. They want a big one against Indianapolis. And, of course, all year long, we'll follow the New England, Tampa Bay ledger, won't we? In this case, New England, with all their changes, they get a win. Tampa Bay, with all their additions, they take a loss on the road at New Orleans.
Yeah, you know that coach in New England slept a little bit better than the quarterback down in Florida after week 1.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. That is caught at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson on the other end of the throw from Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
Next the score, Chargers 16, Steelers 14. Chris Boswell to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. He'll get this to Eckler. And running with power here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Lining up for the
well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Now here's Johnson. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I want to change course here for a second, CD, and talk about week one Breeze versus Brady. Obviously such a spotlight matchup. Remember, these two met way back in the Big Ten in college. Brady won that game, Michigan over Purdue. But since being in the NFL, this was the 6th time they've gone head-to-head. Now, Breeze won the first 3 battles. Brady had won the next 2 battles, 4 and 5. Number 6, though, back to Drew Brees. And now we don't know how much longer, obviously, they're both going to be in the NFL. But while they are both in the NFC South, they're going to meet at least twice this season now, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
That was pretty smooth. You brought up how we don't know how much longer they'll be in the NFL. Are you alluding to their ages?
Yeah, they're old. I mean, they're older than me.
I mean, you did it well. Just think about this. Tom Brady's 43, and Drew Brees is 41. Collective 84. But these guys, when you look at all the passing numbers in NFL history, their names are at the top or near the top in just about every category.
The first game in NFL history with 2 starting quarterbacks over the age of 40. And you know, our stat guru, Ed Brady, put this together. Those two have thrown collectively for over 86 miles. I don't know what that means, but it's a lot of miles.
It's a lot of miles. 86 miles, 84 years collectively. Great numbers.
Check, 59. Double dog, that's the way.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Johnson now returning. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Complete. It's Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 47.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". You ain't going nowhere. Mike, check, 59. Take 2 of them. Crash. SOS. Kill.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's got this down to the 35. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 59 is Mike. Check. 59. Run. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. He's crazy.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Check. 59. Hey, we got to get the stop here, D. Mike's 59. They can't hang with us. Tight dog. Sponge. No.
Ben to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
All about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
59 is Mike. Check. 59. I'm going to run you over. Eight. Mike 5'9". I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Mike, check. 59.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 5.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Their enemies are right.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger going for and got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Samuels. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger looking deep here for Ebron. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
It's sad they pay me. I do this.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. On 2nd and 15 now. Taylor looking for his running back, and he's got it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Chargers.
Running on 1st down, Eckler able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
The ball carrier.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Complete to Austin Eckler. It's a gain of 10.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
22, Justin Jackson, the ball.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Taylor. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh.
26.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The Charger ball.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's Eckler again. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Easy, easy.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
59. Switch up. Mike's 59.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here's the 4th-round pick from Maryland, Anthony McFarland.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Mike, check, 59.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Push him back. 59 Mike, check, 59. 3 buzz. Mike 59. Check the outs. Middle. Motion. Mike, check, 59.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Reed. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
At the 18-yard line.
2nd and 12. Taylor to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Austin Eckler.
12 yards there and a first.
One of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once more, here's Eckler. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we have that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down, and he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Calling a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First down, Chargers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Today's final score, Chargers.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you, this comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite,